This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Simply put, there is nothing like it in the game of golf. It is by far the biggest spectator event in the sport. We're at TPC Scottsdale in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. And Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
Well, everybody wants to know about 16, the famed par 3 here, surrounded by those skyboxes. Once again, that'll be a topic of the day. But really, this is a regular sight for the PGA Tour. So those of you that were familiar with the golf course, it's now changed. 2014, the designers Morris and Weiskopf did a massive renovation.
Well over 100,000 fans every day, better than 500,000 for the week. It's a giant party mixed in with a heck of a tournament. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday.
Great start.
Par 4 second hole, a little bit longer than the first, this one at 442 yards.
Yeah, they've added a new tee, changed the bunkering down the right side. Still a semi-blind tee shot, a hole that bends softly to the left side. The bunkering around this green has changed. Still, it requires a very precise tee shot.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Second shot, good look at the green. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, we'd like to have that one back in the bunker.
Still a chance to get it up and down.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
You like this one, Frank?
Oh, it's a good one. Safely on.
And getting ready for the putt. Good effort and good par putt. Now the third hole, it's a par 5, and how does this one set up, Frank?
It's a nice yardage around that 550, 560 yard mark. So a good drive, you can certainly reach the par 5 and 2. Got to flash it across a little bit of a desert there. This green has been completely changed in 2014, and the addition of one bunker to that right side. Used to be 2.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Setting up for an approach shot here. Frank, in golf, we so often talk about how to hit the club, but we don't often talk enough about what club to hit.
Yeah, you can use a club in a lot of different ways, too. You can max it out. You can take an extra club and maybe hit a little bit easier. You can even try and hit a different type of shot. Also, depending on the lie, if the ball is below your feet, then the shot's going to go to the right. Therefore, is it better that I take one extra club, one less? Where's the most trouble?
Get in. Yes, good putt. Here now at the par 3 fourth. Frank, what's the setup here?
Plays a little downhill, so it won't play its full 180 yards. You can perhaps take one club off the decision off the tee. The green, as you can see now, is a little wider than what it was deep. The bunkering, though, is certainly excellent there. A little pop bunker on the right side, one there if you come up a little short, and there's another one on the left side should you pull your tee shot.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. This is a 19-foot putt. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Well, Frank, now at the fifth hole, the par 4, the challenge stiffens just a bit.
Yeah, the longest par 4, obviously in the start of this golf course, around the 470-yard mark. 2 bunkers down the right have been changed to 1, but it's in the perfect position now. Of course, that new tee added to add a little bit of length to this hole. The green still remains relatively similar to what it used to be.
Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Good chance at one. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
On the way. This one has a chance, and he has it. Beautiful putt. Now to the par 4 sixth. Decision time, Frank. Driver, or do you go with 3-wood?
A lot of that's going to depend on if there's any breeze. If the breeze is at your back, you can drive it all the way down the right side and take those 2 bunkers down the right completely out of play. This hole's been stiffened up, though. The length hasn't increased with that bunkering in that choke point. So, the strategy. Do you have the length to get past them? Or, if you have to lay up, it's going to leave a much longer second shot.
Frank, about 150 yards to that hole location. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Always 2 components to the long lag putt, the speed, number 1, and then the read, and missed out on that second part. Workmanlike hole, he walks away with a par. On to the par 3 seventh, 215 yards from that back tee box, Frank.
This hole hasn't really changed, still has that V-shaped green where it's very narrow in the front. A high-flying shot in here that carries that front edge, and you'll find the further and further you go back there, the more receptive, and that green starts to widen.
Frank, I think that's going to the bunker.
Looks like it.
Oh my goodness, that could have been really bad.
Can you imagine if that kicks towards the bunker?
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking him for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the cause.
Did the job right there. Frank, the par 4 8th, this is a good hole.
It is. A dog leg to the left forces the player to go out the right, and this will play every inch of its yardage, which is over 470 yards. Green's still pretty much the same with that false front, unless there's a flag position in the front. You're really going to have to fly it at least 20 yards or so into that green, otherwise that ball is going to run towards the front.
In the fairway, it's lying nicely, and 180 yards left. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Rounding out the front nine with a par 4 of 453 yards from the back tee. Looks to be straight away here, Frank. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, that bunker, there used to be two bunkers down the right side. There is now one, and it also pinches into the fairway, which almost makes this hole look like a faint dogleg right. But really, the best line is still down the left side, so it still actually suits the draw off the tee. Green is slightly elevated and not very deep, too. So judging that second shot, getting the right club is essential here at 9.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Birdie try again here today. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
For the par. Well, considering the lead that he has on the rest of the field, a par is all you need. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Well, where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Locked in on the read and the speed. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. On to the par 4 11th hole. Frank, what's the best play here?
No bunkers really here to worry about, Rich, so you have to pick something in the distance as a good line. Something a little bit away from the water that protects the left side of this fairway. And it's adjacent to the 15th hole, the other par 5 coming home. So a good drive, perhaps with a little bit of cut off the tee. And that should shape up nicely for this long par 4.
Well, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good looking shot right here. That is another laser right at the flagstick. Shouldn't be a problem here. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Well, Frank, this is kind of the forgotten par 3 on the back 9 here at TPC Scottsdale. All of that attention on hole number 16. What do you think of the par 3 12?
This is by far tougher, Rich. Downhill tee shot, especially off that back tee. Bunkering down the left sort of it catches your eye, but it also takes your eye off the water, which is behind and to the right of this green. Got to be careful. This is a real sleeper, this par 3.
Early part of this second 9, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Well, hello there.
Huge bonus making that one.
Par 5 13th, chance for birdie or maybe even eagle if you're bold and brave enough, but also, Frank, chance for disaster here?
Well, there is. Water very much in play down the right side. There's a bunker down the left too. If you finish up on that, there's no way you're going for this par 5 and 2. Then it becomes a little bit of a zigzag mission. The second shot either has to be hit down the right side, just skirting that bunker in the front, or it has to be all carry.
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that. Really, I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
The green in regulation. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Par 4 14th, and Frank, this hole packs a little punch, doesn't it?
Yeah, the addition of just a little bit more yardage, plus the bunker on the left has been pushed out into the fairway, actually makes the whole play a little bit longer than its 490 yards. Second shot is a little bit uphill. No longer is there a bunker on the right side. That side of the green is actually open. You don't really want to be trying to miss that green on the right. Should you decide to go at the flag, well, you're going to have to carry that front bunker.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Oh, this is right at it.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
It's at sneaky distance.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now at the par 5 15th, and Frank, there is plenty to catch your eye. There's also quite a bit to catch your ear. You can hear the roars at the par 3 16th. So how do you focus on the task at hand?
Great question, Rich. You realize you're about to enter the stadium part of the golf course. But this is the last par 5 that you're going to play. We've seen eagles here over the years. We've seen many a player hit it in the water off the tee or water short of the green. Certainly one of the tougher tee shots coming in. No bunkers here to worry about, just that huge lake to the left. Find the fairway. You might just find the green.
Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. And that's a birdie. Well, partner, here we go. Players have characterized it as terrifying, chaotic, amazing. The stadium atmosphere here at this hole, the 16th of par 3, is really spectacular, isn't it, Frank?
It is. Because of the atmosphere, the number of people, this is the closest a golfer gets to like kicking a field goal in a Super Bowl. It's just surrounded by people. It's not really the difficulty of the hole. Just over 160 yards, a modest par 3. There's no water in trouble. But it's an atmosphere that golfers never normally are familiar with.
Not a problem from there, right in the middle. Now to the 17th, and Frank, fair to say this is one of the best short par 4s in all of golf?
It is. The drivable par 4 that's designed the way it's meant to be played is a winner. The ones that are just shortened to be made drivable, they don't work. This was designed to be a 17th hole, and it was designed to be drivable. You couldn't get a better place, and you couldn't get a better par 4.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
How did that stay out, Frank?
Did everything but go in.
So just a formality here.
Well, that was a tricky one, but it's in. Rich, 18 was always considered a long finishing hole.
Not for J.B. Holmes.
Yeah, the water was always in play. And then the day he took it over the left side and carried everything and went on to win, that completely changed the way this golf course played ever since that day.
And it resulted in some of the changes we're seeing now.
Yeah, evidence, the new bunkering down the left side, but it showed us all how much and how strong these guys are, how much they've improved over the years.
They'll be happy with that in the fairway, and now a good chance to attack this hole. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par. If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.